How much will Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, and survivors beneficiaries get in 2022? It's a big question, which I'm going to help answer in this video, so let's get into it. Welcome everybody, thank you so much for joining me and for being part of this community. As you know, I am your daily advocate, and I am back every single day to help you out and to keep you updated through these videos. If you haven't done so already, make sure to join the community by hitting the subscribe button right down below the video, and I will continue to be here for you each and every day going forward. Thank you so much, and let's talk through this. So a couple weeks ago, I released a video talking about the potential COLA raise going forward in 2022 as a result of everything going on here in 2021 on the inflation front. Well, as a result, many of you were reaching out to me saying, hey, I love the sound of this new COLA. Can you give us a few examples of what our benefit would look like in 2022 as a result of this new COLA being implemented? So, yes, I would love to do that. I actually have a few examples that I'm going to run through in this video and kind of lay everything out and explain it, kind of line by line. We'll go through it. And then later in the video, the video wouldn't be complete if we didn't talk about the dreaded Medicare Part B premiums. So we'll bring that up later in the video. Let's not worry about that right now. Let's talk about the raises and the money, the exciting stuff, right? And then we can talk about the dreaded a little bit later. All right. So as I said, I have a few different examples here. However, one thing that probably all of you know is Social Security benefits do actually vary person to person. So whether you're receiving Social Security retirement, disability, SSDI, or survivors, each person out there is probably getting a different benefit. I mean, it's all across the board. It could be a couple $100, it could be $1,000 or more, or $1,300, or even more than that. It is all over the board. So unfortunately, I can't give you you're going to get exactly this, because I would need to run the calculation on every single person here, which I'd love to do that, by the way. But other than that, I have a few examples. So I have 4 different examples here I'm going to run through, and it should give you a pretty good idea. And then, so let's run through these examples first, and we can talk about it a little bit further afterward, and I think it'll make a little bit more sense. All right, so like I said, 4 examples. We're going to walk our way through these, and I think this should give you a little bit more clarity. Now, again, in my video a couple weeks ago, there's some talk about the COLA raise in 2022 right now being about 4.7%. That's big. I mean, that's really big. In fact, I've seen some reports saying that the COLA raise in 2022 could actually be over 5%. Wow. However, we're not going to calculate that way. I have 2 examples, so I have 2 different percentages. I'm going to give you examples based on a 3% raise, and I'm going to give you other examples based on a 4.7% raise. So you have kind of 2 different numbers to work with. And again, regardless of what the COLA is, we'll come back and revisit this after we get the official announcement out of the Social Security Administration in just a matter of a couple months from now. So we'll do that, shortly. All right, let's run through the examples. Sorry, I wanted to explain all that stuff first. All right, so let's get through this. Example number 1. A $600 benefit. Now, again, I just want to say, it doesn't matter if it's a retirement benefit, SSDI, or survivors. It doesn't matter. It's going to calculate out the exact same regardless of the benefit, okay? On a $600 monthly benefit, a 3% raise would actually be an $18 raise, bringing your benefit from $600 to $618. Now, if we applied the 4.7% raise to your $600 benefit, that would actually be a $28 raise, taking your benefit up to $628. Nice, right? All right, so let's talk about the next example. An $850 monthly benefit. Let's run through the numbers. A 3% raise on an $850 monthly benefit would take your new benefit up by $25 to $875. Nice. Now, the second portion, if we applied the 4.7% raise on an $850 monthly benefit, that would be a $39 raise, taking your new benefit up to $889. Again, pretty nice. All right, let's talk through the next example. A flat $1,000 monthly benefit, just a nice round $1,000. All right, so if you were to get a 3% raise on a $1,000 monthly benefit, it would take your new benefit up by $30 up to $1,300. $30. If you were to get a 4.7% raise on a $1,000 monthly benefit, again, it would raise your benefit by $47, taking your new benefit up to $1,047. Again, pretty nice. As you know, the bigger the benefit is, of course, the bigger the raise is going to be based on the percentage calculation, right? So anyway, let's get into our next example. And this is going to be my last example just because based on the comment section, it seems that the majority of people, I've said this before, it seems that the majority of people that I see down in the comment section sharing their benefit amount, it's anywhere between like $700 and $900. However, there are a few of you out there that get less and there's a few of you that get more, which is why I want to have some of these other examples. So let me give you this next example, and this one is a $1,300 benefit, $1,300. So let's talk through this. If you were to apply a 3% raise on a $1,300 benefit, that would be a raise of $39, bringing your new benefit up to $1,339. And next, if we were to apply a 4.7% raise to a $1,300 benefit, it would raise your benefits by $61, bringing your new benefit to $1,361. Now again, when the official announcement is actually released by the Social Security Administration in just a couple months from now, and we know what the actual COLA is going to be going forward in 2022, then of course we can come back and we can revisit this topic and we can run some new calculations based on whatever they announce. So that's going to be the official number. Whatever they announce, it's written in stone and it's probably not going to change. However, we don't know what that's going to be for a couple more months from now. So when we get that, I will come back and we can rerun these numbers and see where we're sitting then. Hopefully, realistically, we want a high number, but at the same time, the higher the number is, that just tells us, hey, there's a ton of inflation right now, right? So it's kind of like a catch-22, right? You get a big COLA, but at the same time, it's like, hey, inflation is going wild right now, and we need to do this to keep up with it. So it's kind of like a give and take. It doesn't really, net, you're probably still at the same place you were. Anyway, we'll talk about the dreaded Medicare Part B now. So with these calculations, of course, we did not take into account Medicare Part B premiums. As you probably know, in 2021, the Medicare Part B premium right now is $148.50 per month. That's assuming that you're not paying any penalties because you possibly didn't take the benefit when it was initially offered to you at some point. So maybe you're paying a penalty on that. But either way, just the baseline is $148.50. So this is the wild card. The reason I say that, everybody says down below in the comment section, and I'm sure I'm going to see it more, which is totally fine. I get it. That's the wild card, because here's what typically happens. They give a teeny tiny raise in the form of a COLA, and then they come back and they raise Medicare benefits by like a bunch, right? Whatever percentage they do, and they basically take the entire COLA raise, and a lot of times you're right back at the same place you were, as in they basically just took all your money. So that is the wild card. We do not have that number yet. We'll have to see what it's going to turn out to be, but let's just hope that it's the COLA is nice and big and generous, and that the Medicare premium adjustment is non-existent, right? Hopefully they just leave it alone and say, Medicare's sitting just fine right now. We don't need to adjust the premium. I highly doubt it. Unfortunately, I highly doubt that's going to happen, but we'll have to see. But either way, we did not take that into account in these calculations. Of course, that's going to set off. It's going to offset your benefit a little bit, but there's just we kind of expect that. We don't like it. It's not fun to pay, but it's kind of to be expected because it's there. It's always hanging around. It's always coming in, taking away from your benefit. But either way, that is something that we need to take into account. Again, once we figure out what they're going to do with the Social Security Part B premiums going forward in 2022. Either way, I hope these calculations kind of gave you a little bit of a baseline. And now again, I totally get it. You might be getting I gave some different examples, $600, $850, $1,000, and $1,300. I get it. You might be getting $550. You might be getting $821. You might be getting $1,036, and you might be getting $1,378. I'm just giving you some random numbers. So of course, your raise is going to be different. Everything is going to be a little bit different. But I just wanted to give you some round numbers to kind of give you a general ballpark of where we'd be sitting. And now, if you're in the general area of the examples that I gave you, those numbers, your raise isn't going to fluctuate all that much. If you're off by, say, $50 or $100 from there, your raise will be adjusted accordingly, but it's not really going to fluctuate a ton. You know what I mean? So that's why I wanted to give you kind of some general baseline numbers. So again, I hope that helps you out. For those of you who've been asking me, can you run the calculations? Hey, I would love to, and I hope this helps you out. But again, when we get that official number out of the Social Security Administration in just a couple months from now, I will come back and we'll make a new updated video at that point talking about those new calculations based on whatever COLA raise they give us. And by then, we should probably get that announcement on the Social Security, or the Medicare Part B, I should say. We should be getting that as well around that same time. Cross our fingers, right? So again, thanks everybody. You're awesome. I really appreciate it. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right down below the video if you haven't done so already. And make sure to check out any other videos here on the channel, as I have about 1,100 videos now. And feel free to share this video or any others with your friends, family, and social media as always. Thanks again. I will see you in the next video. I'll catch you later.